Okay, guys, we heard the story of Old Man Logan, but now there is a new story, and it's all about Old Man Daredevil. Eh, 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 eh. Don't breathe. The director of this movie also directed Evil Dead. And I saw that movie, and that wasn't really that good. And so I was a little skeptical when I saw Don't Breathe. But when I first saw this movie, I gotta say this movie was entertaining. But I want to break this down in an analytical point of view. I want to get down to its core because this movie was basically jumbling back and forth. I was at the edge of my seat, but also I was cussing out the characters in the screen. Basically, you got three robbers that want to go out and get some money, so they have no choice but to rob a blind guy who was played by Stephen Lang. And now he better play Cable, because if you watch this film, you want him to play Cable. I mean, I want to talk about Stephen Lang. Stephen Lang was intimidating. He had everything. He was a you felt sorry for him. He was blind, and yet he turned to a fucking monster, a bad monster, an evil monster of monstrosity of proportions, and he just wanted to kill anything he got in his way. I was scared of Stephen Lang. I talk about the characters. I mean, the first part, maybe the first 5 minutes, the robbers were dicks. They were assholes. So I didn't really feel the characters. I wanted them to die. They got this cliche dick boyfriend. They got a cliche girl and a cliche guy who has a crush on the girl, and then they do these robbers. But now the sides has turned because we've seen a whole bunch of invasion movies, but yet we haven't really seen an invasion movie revolving around a blind guy who is a killer. So that's a new premise. And also, I gotta talk about this one particular scene we saw in the trailer where it was basically pitch black, and in both of these two characters are inside the killer's basement. Stephen Lang's character's basement, the blind man, or you can just say Old Man Daredevil, because he has all these skills that Daredevil has, like sense of smell. His smells is intensified, or his touch is intensified. He knows where you at just by breathing. I gotta say, Stephen Lang's character with the blind man was OP. They went down in this basement, and you saw this in the trailer, so I'm not really spoiling anything. They went down in the basement, and then they just walking around trying to figure out to escape the basement, and it's just pitch black. And because the blind man turned off all the lights, and now they're just trying to escape. That was an intense scene. That was the best part of the whole entire movie. That scene, let alone that scene right there, was the best part of the movie. And also, I like the direction style. When they enter each room, they use the camera in a 360 angle, therefore you see his surroundings and everything like that. And it also felt claustrophobic. Like, imagine if you was in there, you would feel scared of your life too. But there are some problems I have with this. This movie should have ended. This movie is kind of mind-boggling to me that I might do a spoiler review. There's a particular scene where it was plausible, and it had all these plot holes that didn't really make sense, but they had to make it convenient because it's a horror movie. And so I just couldn't really follow what the execution they had on display on screen, because it just didn't make sense. But that's not the point. I was entertained, so I'm not trying to take that away from the film, but I will explain it more in my spoiler review if I do it. I just believe the movie could have ended. I think they kind of stretched it like extra 20 to 10 minutes in the last part, where it should have ended cut at the 120 mark. I think this movie was like an hour and 30 minutes, but it feels like it could have ended like in an hour. Performances are great. Stephen Lang was phenomenal in this role. The other characters were, well, oh man, they're okay. I didn't really feel the characters, but Stephen Lang, I really felt this character. I have to give this movie a Christian Bale Batman. This is a good movie. I would buy on Blu-ray. Oh my goodness, Stephen Lang did a great job. And I want him to play Cable. He needs to play Cable. He killed the role of the old man Daredevil. Also, I'm trying to think to myself, why is it called Don't Breathe? Shouldn't it be called Can't See? Because he can't see. So that's my review for Don't Breathe. I might do a spoiler review, so therefore I can tell you the exact scenes I'm trying to talk about at the final ending and the final climatic ending and stuff. It's just too much to talk about, and it's a lot to talk about. And also, there's this one particular scene in this movie where it has to deal with semen. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but it kind of angered me because female moviegoers talking about, oh, it's a moral. I can't really explain it to you because you guys got to see this movie. But if I do a spoiler review, I will break this movie down bit by bit and we're going to discuss it together. All right, guys, if you like everything you see and you agree, click right here to join the Batman family. I'll have more Batman-tastic reviews in the way. And stay tuned for my review for The Mechanic. It's going to come hard and strong. That didn't sound homo-ish. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. Ciao.